Okay, so my name is Cara Eades and I'm 16 years old. So I was born with half an arm. I do have like prostheses, but when I was younger I used them a fair bit, but I kind of stopped using them. I find it easier just to get along without it. I kind of adapted a bit better now. Actually, I was a pretty eager child. I've been encouraged a lot by my parents, and I went to a few little groups when I was a bit younger with other kids with disabilities, so that was a really good support system. And so I was kind of always encouraged not to think that I'm different or anything. So yeah, I tried everything pretty much, and having two older brothers, I loved playing with the footy and just getting out and my hands dirty. So yeah, but it's not really until I was older that I kind of recognized I was a bit special and different. But yeah, it's kind of just been growing with that and just accepting it and moving forward and not letting other people's perspectives affect what I want to do. I think I was about 8 or maybe 7 actually. I think I was 7. And I started riding because I always loved animals, and my mum, she owned racehorses and she used to ride, so she always told me stories, and I was obsessed with horses, like really obsessed. And when the riding school opened across the road, yeah, I was just straight up there, walked over across the road and asked Katrina, the owner, if I could learn to ride, and she was really forward with it and said yes. So that was my journey. First time we tried, because obviously I use a different rein, so that was kind of difficult just learning with a normal horse rein, just trying to steer basically. So it took a few turns just to figure out what we were going to do and how we were kind of going to tackle how to have full control over the horse, so I could actually ride, not just kind of be led around. So, I use a bar rein, which is like, it's got a bar, and so you can steer and halt and everything without having to use 2 hands. Brushing is pretty similar to just how normally, because you can just use 1 hand. But for tacking, I struggle a bit to do the bridle, because you need to get their mouth open. I can only really do it for horses that open their mouth for me. So, I love cross country. I don't know why, but it just gets me so excited just going over all the jumps, and I love how it's in a different environment and the jumps look all special, and you kind of just get to be out there with the horse. First competition, I was about probably 8 years old. I think I've been riding for 1 year, and I did it on Little Bear. One was just at an inter-school competition for a couple of years, and then I moved on to doing riding with disability state championships. Haven't been competing for about a couple of years. I did a quarter horse competition with one of the horses that I ride more now. Yeah, we did pretty good in that. Because of the culture of where I ride, everyone's really nice and inclusive. But kind of outside of riding, sometimes it can feel like that when you're like playing sports or something. But yeah, it's kind of something that I've just learnt to deal with from a young age, kind of just brush it off. I don't think, a lot of the time I can bury it under, because I'm kind of like, I don't want to even go into that kind of thing. But yeah, I try and treat it as it's just who I am kind of thing, and work with it. So yeah, just kind of owning it is really what I'm working with at the moment, and just doing it, because wherever you go, you're always going to get judged. Whether you're really good at something or you're bad at something, there's always going to be somebody judging you. So just learning not to care about that and just kind of do my own thing. That's kind of really what I do, and that's what I do at horse riding too. And that's really nice because it's accepted there, and I can just adapt to the rules of whatever a dressage test might be and just roll with it. So yeah. So I love horse riding. I think why I became addicted to it was because when you're on a horse and you kind of just feel really connected. It's like a wonderful feeling, and it's like when you're having a good ride, you're out on, you're like cantering or something, and the sun's out, it's just like, wow, I could do this all day kind of thing. And it's almost like the outside world doesn't matter for a little bit. It's like you're just focusing on what you're doing, and it's a really nice place to just be, to like just grow in that kind of area. It's like detached from whatever you're doing outside of horse riding. It's really nice to just go there and just reflect and be with your horse, which is really sweet.